In the 1930s, red lines were drawn on paper. Thick, deliberate, and devastating. They marked which neighborhoods deserved investment and which neighborhoods were left to rot. But the lines never really disappeared. They just went underground, transformed into algorithms, databases, and digital profiles. And today, they're still deciding who gets a home and who doesn't. During the Great Depression, millions of Americans faced foreclosure. To save them, the federal government created the Homeowners Loan Corporation, otherwise known as the HOLC. Its mission: refinance mortgages and stabilize the housing market. But the HOLC did something else. It graded neighborhoods from best to hazardous. Those grades weren't just about buildings. They were about people, about who lived there. And color, not credit, decided who got a chance at the American dream. Decades passed, the paper maps gathered dust, but the logic, the homeowner's logic, lived on. In every bank policy, every appraisal, and every credit score. CoreLogic and Equifax, the new gatekeepers, are now in the house. The invisible architects of who qualifies, who's rejected, and who stays trapped in a cycle of generational debt. CoreLogic is the silent power behind America's mortgage machine. It sells risk models, property valuations, and neighborhood analytics to the very lenders who decide where money flows. Equifax, on the other hand, holds the keys to your credit life. They collect billions of data points to predict your credit worthiness. And together, they don't just measure risk, they define it. And in doing so, they've quietly built the digital descendants of the redlining maps. Here's how the heist works. It's invisible, it's legal, and it's baked into the code. The first move: data proxies. Your zip code, your rent history, and even your shopping patterns. These details may not list your race, but they predict it. The second move: predictive modeling. CoreLogic systems flag entire neighborhoods as high risk, often The same neighborhoods redlined nearly 100 years ago. The third move, appraisal bias. Homes in black communities are undervalued by 20%. This means families lose wealth every single time they buy, sell, or borrow. The final move, credit gating. Equifax scores penalize people who do not use traditional credit. That means millions of working class, cash-reliant households, disproportionately non-white households, are deemed too risky before they ever apply. Each loan denied, each underpriced home, each neighborhood flagged as risky. That's stolen money, silently, in the name of data. So what exactly is the outcome? The average white family today holds 8 times the wealth of the average black family. 8 times. And while policymakers debate solutions, CoreLogic and Equifax quietly continue the heist, moving billions through biased code, one data point at a time. In 2021, CoreLogic faced lawsuits over racial bias in property valuations. In 2022, studies found automated systems were 40% more likely to deny black non-white home borrowers. In Equifax, its data breach exposed 147 million Americans, eroding the trust in a system already stacked against the vulnerable. These aren't just accidents. They're the predictable results of a system optimized, not for balance, but for profit. But every system leaves a trace. Civil rights groups are demanding algorithmic transparency. The CFPB is investigating biased credit scoring. And data scientists are exposing how neutral code can inherit racial logic. It's a new kind of civil rights movement going on. One fought not in the streets, but in the code itself. The red lines never vanished. They evolved. They became algorithms, calculating, learning, and excluding behind a digital curtain. The difference now is we can't see them anymore. The greatest heists aren't pulled with mask or a gun. They're engineered with code, compliance, and corporate